Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, a new tradition is coming to Sam Houston State. Find out to see how you can contribute.
Also, one of the biggest competitions on campus is about to come to a close. Find out what the finale will look like and how you can play a part.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessica Maldonado.
And I'm Thomas Chambers. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. SHSU's first ever annual Day of Giving is just around the corner.
And we're giving this story to Bearkat Student Media's Hannah Pogson, who tells us more.
The Sam Houston Alumni Association and Annual Giving Office are teaming up for a giving event. On April 23rd, the first ever annual Day of Giving will go live.
It started because many universities have been having giving days going on, and so it was time for us to do the same. It's a great way to put the Sam Houston name out there. It's another way to acquire new donors for the university.
So, how does it work? The event has its own specially designed website. It will have a Give Now button with instructions and options for where exactly you want your money to go. The options include the 7 colleges on campus, athletics, the food pantry, and more.
There's also a really fun thing called a heat map where you will see where people from different areas are giving from each state. Obviously, most of our alumni and friends are from the state of Texas. As you hover over it, you'll be able to see the number of gifts that are coming in from that state.
The giving website can be found at givingday.shhsu.edu. The event will officially go live at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, April 23rd. It will be up and running for 1 day, 8 hours, 7 minutes, and 9 seconds. This is to commemorate the year SHSU was founded, 1879. From the Alumni Center, I'm Hannah Pogson, Bearkat Student Media.
The City of Huntsville recently created a new values statement. According to the Huntsville item, city leaders say council and staff agreed on the new values statement to help guide them with future decisions.
The statement reads, quote, develop and implement a culture that builds and engages our organization, team, and community through the values of our service, trust, accountability, and respect, or STAR for short. We commit to doing everything we do utilizing those core beliefs.
Mayor Russell Humphreys says current staff is already well-versed in STAR values.
Huntsville city leaders have agreed to buy more property to expand the city's airport. According to the Huntsville item, the next step is a first reading to get the paperwork in order to do so. The property is located off Hadley Creek Bend and will cost the city $685,000 to acquire it.
The item states staff is recommending the council to use money from the general fund unallocated reserves to make the purchase. Mayor Russell Humphrey is quoted as saying the airport is as important as any other part of the city's infrastructure, from streets to sewer.
Tax season is less than 2 weeks away, and many still haven't filed their returns.
As Bearkat Student Media's Daniel Robinson tells us, a free service is available if you meet the criteria.
As spring arrives and brings changes, one season has stayed consistent: tax season. On the campus of Sam Houston State University, students aren't without options to file their taxes. The Vita Center on campus helps with your tax return and filing it for a good price, free. Dan Puel, accounting lecturer and head of the Vita Center, leads the center, which has students volunteer to do students, faculty, or community members' tax returns, as long as you have a household income of less than $60,000.
The Volunteer Income Tax Assistance is an IRS program, and the service requests and recruits places, and it could be any place. Nonprofits do this a lot, and a lot of universities do it. It relies on volunteers. They also require fairly rigorous testing.
According to Puel, the center takes around 100 cases a year, with around 40 volunteers.
We've been doing this for 4 years virtually via Zoom. And this year we are doing 2 in-person preparations at the Samuel Walker Houston Museum and Cultural Center.
While the first preparation event has already taken place, the second one will be held this Saturday at the Samuel Walker Houston Museum and Cultural Center at the corner of 10th Street and Avenue P from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. In Huntsville, Daniel Robinson, Bearkat Student Media.
Court was in session this week at Sam Houston State. The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals held oral arguments in the Hazel B. Kerper courtroom in the Criminal Justice Center. The annual visit by the appeals court allows students to see the law in action up close.
The cases heard consisted of a manslaughter case, a first-degree felony of continuous sexual abuse of a young child, and the murder of a pregnant woman. Each case lasted 50 minutes. This is the 13th year the court has visited SHSU. The proceedings were open to the public. The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals is based in Denver, Colorado.
They're loud, they're proud, always stirring up some trouble. The past week was the elimination round for the annual Battle of the Bands. 6 bands competed and only 4 were left standing. The student-run event was 3 months in the making and featured the best the campus had to offer and included various genres.
Glow-in-the-dark bracelets were handed out to enhance the experience. The room was full of dancing students cheering on all performances.
Yeah, we're the News, and we had a really good time. We're very excited to be back at Battle of the Bands. This is our second time competing, and we've been rehearsing as much as we can.
With just a couple weeks left for the practice and anticipation high, Battle of the Bands will have their final round April 22nd in the LSC.
The top 2 bands will be awarded cash prizes. They invite everyone to come out and root on the last performances and see who takes home the win.
Coming up, find out the reason everyone is bringing out their boots and hats and where they're heading to.
You may just want to buckle up and join us after the break.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
You're watching Bearkat Student Media News, a production of the Mass Communications Department at Sam Houston State University, only right here on Channel 7.
Dust off your boots and saddle up. The rodeo is back in town.
Bearkat Student Media's Sarah Johnson tells us more.
The Walker County Fair and Rodeo is happening now through April 6th. The Fair and Rodeo has been a yearly tradition since 1978. The fair features both high and low thrill rides.
My favorite part about the fair is probably the nostalgia it brings to me. Showing up here today and seeing all the rides and all the lights and all the mini games that they have just brought me back to my childhood, because I used to go to the county fair every weekend when I was younger, and then coming here today now that I'm older, it just brings back all those fun and exciting memories.
Highlighting all the classic carnival games with prizes ranging from stuffed animals to inflatables and even live fish. Local FFA and FCCLA students can show their animals and compete for the title of Grand Champion.
When they do the animal showings, my hometown where I grew up, I was an FFA, so I did a lot of showings. I saw a lot of showings, so I like seeing when they show off the rabbits, chickens, and horses and cows.
Oh my! Local artists are treating the fair and rodeo goers to live music, and comedy skits are also entertaining fans. And with a wide variety of fair food, there's sure to be something to nibble on for everyone. At the end of the night, the rodeo takes place in the main arena where cowboys get the chance to show off their skill. More information about ticket prices and scheduling can be found at walkercountyfair.com. In Huntsville, Sarah Johnson, Bearkat Student Media.
The stars will soon be out at the university's new observatory. Last week, SHSU leaders held a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Domini Observatory. The grand opening brought out dozens as University President Dr. Elisa White cut the ribbon, signaling a new era in SHSU astronomy and science. A large $200,000 check from the Dominis was also presented.
The new observatory and planetarium features a new 1,300-pound plane wave CDK 700 telescope that can see into space millions of light years away. Anyone can visit the planetarium on their open nights. They just ask you visit their website and add your name to the email list.
Is it getting hot in here?
With spring in full swing and summer approaching, a heat wave is coming, and we're not talking about the weather. From April 29th to May 2nd, the SHSU Department of Mass Communication will hold the 5th Annual Heatwave Media and Film Festival at the Old Town Theater in downtown Huntsville.
The event calls for creative work such as short films, photos, news videos, radio bits, and more to be submitted to a panel of judges with awards up for grabs. The event is open to all Bearkat students and any Texas independent filmmakers.
It's a showcase. It's a showcase of student works, but it's also a showcase for the community to show what our students are capable of and for them to actually come out to the event and see what we're all about.
And the clock is ticking ever so close to the deadline for submissions, which is April 19th.
If you are interested in submitting a creative work of your own or have any questions, you can find the events page at filmfreeway.com. They were out for blood recently. Literally. The College of Humanities and Social Sciences partnered with the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center and hosted a blood drive. The drive held an opportunity for faculty, staff, and students to make a difference by donating blood. The blood drive was held in a blood mobile where participants could give blood from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
The Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center reminded those who donated to drink plenty of water and eat food before giving blood. Just one blood donor can save up to 3 lives. People wanting to take part in the blood drive needed to sign up beforehand online as limited spots were available.
The Sam Houston Memorial Museum is hosting an exhibition titled Photos from the Leap Lens, Learning Experiences and Places. This exhibit features a collection of photographs captured by Mike Yon, Stephanie Fors, and the Leap ambassadors. It highlights the unique learning opportunities provided by SHSU's Center for Law Engagement and Politics.
LEAP at Sam Houston is dedicated to offering students diverse educational experiences across various disciplines, including fine arts, history, and civil rights, with a focus on promoting civic leadership skills. The exhibit is being held at the Katie and E. Don Walker Senior Education Center from March 12th to May 12th. The exhibit invites people to experience the value of hands-on learning.
Still ahead, find out how SHSU is preparing students for their future endeavors outside the classroom.
And the good thing, in addition to advice, free food is involved.
And we'll see mostly sunny weather the next few days, but then the rain kicks in. I'm forecaster Fatima Purcell, and I'll have your full weather picture after the break.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University students. I'm Fatima Purcell with your local forecast. It's currently 76 degrees in Huntsville with clear skies throughout the day. The humidity is at 76%, winds out of the northeast at 7 miles an hour with the feels like temperature at 50 degrees. Around the region, Centerville is at 75 degrees, College Station is at 78, Groveton is now at 75 degrees, and Livingston checks in at 76. Conroe is a degree higher at 77, and finally Hardin also checks in at 77. Statewide in El Paso, we're seeing a temperature of 75 degrees with sunny skies, and in Lubbock it's 76. While Dallas checks in at 73 degrees, San Antonio is at 82 degrees, and in Brownsville, it's a tick higher at 83. Around the nation, it's a chilly and rainy 46 degrees in New York, and in Chicago, it's 36. And in Miami, it's 87 degrees. Denver also checks in at 69, and lastly, LA is a nice 75 degrees. For tomorrow, we'll wake up to a temperature of 51 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise will be at 7:07 a.m. with clear skies and the winds from the south-southwest at 3 miles an hour. The humidity will be at 74%. For the 5-day forecast in Huntsville tomorrow, the high will be 82 with a low of 54. Friday has a high of 84 with a low of 59 and a 3% chance of rain. Saturday has a high of 81, Sunday 79 with a good chance of thunderstorms, and Monday has a high of 78 with a low of 69, also with rain and possible thunder. Well, that's it from the Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Fatima Purcell. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Fatima. In addition to your eclipse sunglasses, you might want to bring your umbrella.
That is if you could still see the eclipse.
Yeah, parents looking for something for their teens to do this summer may want to check out a few camps the university is offering. The options range from music to criminal justice to STEM and even health science camps. Each will take place at various times in June or July.
They can be from 3 days to a week long. The camps promote themselves as providing an inspiring and educational experience in a supervised and safe environment. Go to SHSU's website for more information. A church away from home. Sam Houston State Soul Lifters, Gospel Choir, and Praise Dance Ministry hosted Campus Connect Wednesday. The ministries put on by the Praise Dance team provided an experience that students say is powerful and heartwarming. The group has about a dozen members. Many started in their freshman year.
It just kind of ties back into the overall purpose, our goal, which is to connect with our peers and make Christ known and be able to change lives.
The group hopes to inspire other students to build a relationship with Christ by spreading the gospel through song and dance. The team dedicates 2 rehearsal days per week to perform for Campus Connect. Students can find their path by attending the Career Readiness Workshop Series. The Career Success Center helps to make sure students can find their career best suited for them. The center and their employee sponsor, Quanta Services, offers different workshops for students to explore career readiness, with guest speakers as well as food and refreshments.
If you missed the last workshop on Finding Your Path that took place March 26th in the LSC, there's one final workshop on the series on Wednesday, April 17th in the LSC White Ballroom from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
The men's baseball and women's softball teams took to the diamond over the weekend, and some university club teams are having quite the success this year so far. I'm Bearkat Student Media sportscaster Hunter King, and I'll have all of your action on the diamond and on the field coming up after the break.
Hey Bearcats, take your membership on the go by downloading the Sam Houston State University Alumni Cat app today. Not a member yet? Join the Sam Houston Alumni Association or renew in seconds to enjoy exclusive national benefits on dining, entertainment, and much more. Now that you're in, take some time to explore your exclusive member benefits. Read the latest edition of Heritage Magazine or find an alumni event near you. Click on our travel tile to sign up and explore the globe with our traveling Bearcats, or stay connected to alumni in your area as you take your membership everywhere. Come hang out with the Alumni Association as we tailgate some of the biggest games of the year by showing your alumni member card that is now in the palm of your hand. Download the SHSU Alumni Cat app today in the iTunes or Google Play Store, or visit shsu.edu/cat app. Eat 'em up, cats! As a boy, Lorenzo Baez's playground was the streets. When his grandfather suffered a heart attack, one nurse's act of kindness changed his life. Today, he is the first in his family to graduate college, and he's not done yet. He's on his way to becoming a doctor. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Lorenzo defy the odds. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hunter King with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. We start with the Lady Bearcats softball team on the road in Bowling Green taking on Western Kentucky. Sam Houston off to a solid start with a home run by Elia Hebel, but that lead would be short-lived. The Hilltoppers swiftly responded, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, allowing them to move ahead. Sam Houston was unable to scratch across another run and managed just 2 more hits over the final 6 innings. The Bearcats closed out the 3-game Conference USA series with a 5-1 loss to Western Kentucky on Saturday, who swept the series. Shifting to Sam Houston's men's side of the diamond, where the Bearcats took on Liberty at Worthington Field in Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty took on an early lead with a 3-run homer, showcasing their grit. Sam Houston comes back, scoring 3 runs, evening the score at 3-3. Aggressive base running and a clutch RBI single fueled their comeback. With the game on the line in the 7th inning, Sam Houston found themselves trailing 7-3, and Liberty takes the victory 9-3 with a solo home run, finishing the game. The Bearcats' record stands at 17-12. 3-6 in conference, and they take on New Mexico State next in Las Cruces. After not fielding a team for 7 years, the Bearcat lacrosse team is back and making waves. The club team went undefeated in district last year and played in the district championship. Recruiting players was a challenge, they say, but they managed to do it, and apparently very well. The team is once again looking to challenge for a title this year. And because lacrosse is a club sport at SHSU, it's not affiliated with the NCAA, and there is no paid coach or staff. And another club team is making Sam Houston State proud. The rugby team advanced to the national semifinal, where they'll play the Cyclones of Iowa State on April 13th. They lost to ISU in the semifinals last year. The Bearcats won the Lone Star Conference title with victories over St. Edwards and Rice. While they now play in the 15-player league, the Bearcats know what it's like to taste success. In 2022, they brought home the 7-player title with a win in New Orleans. If SHSU wins in Iowa, they'll play in the national championship game against the University of San Diego in Houston. And a couple of basketball notes. The Bearcats men's basketball team has named assistant coach Justin Bailey as associate head coach. And guard Lamar Wilkerson, who averaged more than 13 points a game this last season, is entering the transfer portal. I'm Hunter King, and that's a wrap on sports.
Thank you, Hunter. This may be sports related as well. Hogwash, you say? More like Hogwarts. Sam Houston State's Quidditch team would make Harry Potter proud. The team finished in 2nd place at their regional tournament in Oklahoma City and qualified for their 3rd national competition. Last year, the team finished 3rd in the nation. In 2022, they won the Division II title. They now play in Division I.
Quidditch teams have 7 players and play with brooms between their legs, just like Harry Potter did. Nationals take place on April 13th and 14th in Round Rock, starting with pool play. Teams that advance play in a single elimination bracket the next day. Now that's a sport that I could actually get into. That'll do it for us this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm Thomas Chambers.
And I'm Jessica Maldonado. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks.